there. Thank you so much. What a great introduction. I'm going to invite you in advance. I'm going to invite you to read the same introduction that you just did at my eulogy. That sounded wonderful.
You got it.
And here's the thing. Today we're here to talk about find your why. It's not easy, I got to tell you. One thing I heard, I was on a weekend with Deepak Chopra, and I was blessed to be there with 300 other people. So it wasn't like I was his personal house guest. And in this weekend, he said one thing, and this one golden gem of a slow statement I'm going to share with everybody here. He said, "We are neither our positions nor our possessions." So who are we? At that time, I was identifying, with myself, like, there's my car, and I'm the CEO, and, it's all about my positions and my possessions. So I had to kind of strip down right there and try to think about who I really was and what I really wanted and what was my reason, what was my purpose. And this is where sometimes, every single airplane, no matter where you are, it's going to take off from point A to point B, and the navigation systems are going to have to keep aligning it, right? So we also are going to have to realign our purpose and realign what it is that we're doing to make sure that it's in line with how we really feel and what our real intentions are. And, there were times when, as a young man, I didn't really know what that was. And it's okay, because I was taught that, if I go lay in bed when I'm going to sleep and just kind of put into my subconscious, right before I sleep, so I want to know what my why is. I want to know what my purpose is. And that's okay. That's not a exercise I would tell anybody not to do. It's a great one, because eventually you're calling yourself out. It's so easy to get lost in the illusion of life. When we look at TV or social media, that's not real. And we sometimes identify with some of it, and our mind starts to believe that some of that might be true. None of it is. The only thing that's true is that, if you woke up this morning and you took a breath, you're alive. And guess what? That's where I'd start. I'd start with gratitude. Gratitude is probably the best cocktail you can make for yourself and for those people around you. And I cannot endorse it enough. There's been times where I've been angry, upset, disappointed, all those negative emotions that don't do anybody any good, especially yourself. And finding that pouring gratitude onto that is like pouring honey into tea. It just sweetens it all. And it gives an opportunity for you to really touch base with your heart. One of the exercises I was able to do with Deepak Chopra at that particular seminar I'm talking about many years ago, because we were all there learning primordial meditation. Now, I'm a country boy. What was I going to do with primordial meditation? But I wanted to find out. I wanted to find out what it was like. And so we did a deep breathing exercise, and we all sat for about 15 minutes in silence, and we connected to our heart, and we thought about people that we really loved and we really cherished, and we connected with them, and we just built that feeling up and let those feelings then charge our heart. And that was trying to connect that gratitude energy that we all have. We all have that ability. Sometimes we don't want to see it because we're too upset because sometimes life just doesn't seem fair, but that's okay. Stay with me here. So we took that energy in our heart, and then he said, okay, let it fall all the way down to your arm and push it into your finger. So we did that. We were doing this guided imagery. We did that. And then he said, okay, now fire that finger into your other hand as if it's a laser beam. And all of us experienced heat on the other side of that. And that was just one of the most surreal experiences I've ever had. And it showed me the power of love, the power of gratitude, and how we can get out of our own way. Because let me tell you, folks, we sure can get out of our own. If we can get out of our own way, we can get a lot done. Of course, there's something standing in our way most of the time. And for me, all my life, it's been ego. Oh, yeah. Mr. Pride jumps up. Oh, look at me. Well, look what I've done. I've done this and I've done that and I've done that. And, the universe will slap you. It'll say, shut your mouth. You got some more things to learn. And that's where finding your purpose comes back. Let's get back on track to that, because it's the purpose that we have in life that will give us the momentum, those magical words. Why are you getting out of bed? Why are you going to work? Why are you writing a book? Why are you helping that other person? Why are you doing any of this? And what does it mean to you? What does it mean to you? How valuable is that? So I'll share, you mentioned about our philanthropic organization. I'll give you a little bit of insight as to why, right? It's not that I'm a good guy or anything. That has nothing to do with it. But we were childless for 8 years, my wife and I, and we were getting ready to adopt. And when we found out that we're going to have twins, I looked the doctor in the eye. You better be telling me the truth. We decided to say thank you. And so we organized a little event. I did. I was in one of the Eastern European cities, and I got in touch with an orphanage, and we got 37 kids over. We bust them over to a zoo, and we gave them certificates that they were going to be moms and dads of a kangaroo. Yep, go figure. But we knew we couldn't find them, parents, so we made them the parents. And they were amazingly surprised and delighted and happy and empowered. And that is a spark I never saw coming. I never saw it coming. I never imagined in a million years. I didn't draw it out on a business plan. It was just miraculous and magical. And from that, serendipitously, without having any plan at all, we thought we'd just do another one and another one and another one. And before you knew it, about 2-3 years into this, I had my own business, different countries. Before we knew it, we had a full-blown charity going on. Of course, the only thing is different about our charity is we were raising fund for kids that matter, not funds. We didn't want to collect money. We funded it ourselves as a family. Obviously, we were blessed to be able to do that, and we're happy to give. But here's what I learned in that is that my why changed. First, I was saying, thank you for the kids, because we're blessed with twins, and they're 23 years old today. They'll be 24. I just celebrated their birthday with our Time for Sharing annual charity events out in Asia. Did 3 events out there. But the real reason is that the why changed. I didn't have any idea what was happening, but I found out that there's a power, and the power is in service. And that's why we do it. That's why I do it. That's what drives me. That's my why. Because, it sounds nice, like he did this for those people. Forget it. I'm doing it for me. Because the most empowering thing you can do is to give of yourself to someone else selflessly. I can't explain it. There's no monetary advantage to it. You're not going to be on Oprah because of it. It's nothing like that. But there's just a superpower that it exudes from the opportunity to be able to give and to serve. And so it is with that our organization continues to survive, and we share time with children that matter. I had just had an incredible medical journey myself, and I was trying to explain this medical journey to someone recently, and I said, well, just imagine you've never been to an automatic car wash. Automatic car wash, for those of you internationally who have maybe you've seen it on television, you place your car onto almost like a little train track, and it pulls it through. And as it does, brushes start coming at it, and water sprays, and soap comes from nowhere, and big mops come on top of your windscreen. So all this happens as it pulls it through, and just one knock after another knock after another knock. You have no idea that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. That was my medical journey. So as I'm getting ready to get to the other side of this, I said to someone, you know what? My purpose is going to be, when I get out of here, when I get out of this hospital, I'm saying, I'm going to go to the Philippines and I'm going to work with kids who have cancer also. And I'm going to find them in the hospital. I'm going to dress up like Santa Claus in October and I'm going to bring the ho, ho, ho. And lo and behold, I was so determined because it was July and there was no real green light from my medical team that I was going to get out anytime soon. But I did. And I did. And I was so driven because I like what the doctor said before me. It's a North Star for you. When you have that lighthouse, when you have that North Star, you have a goal, you have your focus is there. And that's what pulled me in because I knew I was going to be able to not think about me anymore. I'm done with that. I want to go over there and cheer those kids up. And that service, that commitment to service, that joy of service, that laughter in service, you can't buy that. You can't buy it anywhere in the world. So, that's just a little part of my story. And I don't want to talk about business accomplishments. That's not what this is about. And I don't want to talk about, personal accolades. No, that's not what this is really about. But I can tell you this, that when you ask yourself, why am I here? What is it that I really, really, really would like to do? You might not come up with it. You might not. But throughout your journey, somehow in life, if you find something that really, really, really turns you on, then you go, wow, that's really amazing. You're close. And I would say, take a step back, just stand there and see what that is. See, something is calling you. Yeah, it's the universe. And it's calling out to you and it's telling you, hey, you know what? This could be for you. And so throughout all of my career and through all the wonderful experiences I've had to uplift others. And of course, that's a big part of my purpose, really, is to uplift others, whether they're sick or they're well, whether they want to change careers or not, whatever that is. I'm hoping that my purpose is, I'm hoping that I can share my Mission I'm Possible message with them. And the Mission I'm Possible message is pretty simple. The Mission I'm Possible message, I kind of got inspired by Brian Tracy, who taught me years ago this statement that if it's to be, it's up to me. And through that simple statement, my Mission I'm Possible events that I've done in so many countries, I've been blessed to do them, and I've enjoyed doing every single one. It's all about, hey, guess what? Who is it? Who's possible? Who is? Put your thumbs up. Who's possible? I am. I'm possible. That means that the focus is on you to make it happen, that you are the creator. You can be the creator of joy. You can be the creator of misery. So decide which bowl of soup you want to enjoy. And not only that, which bowl of soup you're going to be sharing with others. Because, if you're miserable, you're going to be sharing that misery with other people. God bless them. They have to be around you. So better you change that soup tone and that soup flavor to something positive. How about the real Mission I'm Possible? The possibilities are endless. The possibilities are within you. And I certainly can't recommend it enough. When you find out that at the end of the day, serving people is a lot more in line with the universe and with my purpose anyway than anything else, I highly recommend it. So I invite you all to join me on your journey to be Mission I'm Possible. Thank you.